What's good, everyone? It's ChaseXC here, and today I'll be giving you guys my PBL Week 2 match, Pokemon Showdown League Week 2 match against young Barber, coach of the Atlanta Shocks, I believe. If you ever went down into my old videos and you saw my first league being the IPA, then you would know that our first week match in that league was young Barber, the same player that we're gonna battle today. Now, spoilers, but who cares? In that match, we actually won 4-0 against him, so that was really great in that moment, as the IPA is actually still going on as of this recording. But now he's joined another league, and so have I. So apparently we just meet up pretty early in week 2, so we're following a pattern. Back as here on your screen, you can see our team and his team. So far, we are 1-0 with a +2 differential, as we did win against the Memphis Mawwows. And our second try, I would say. If you didn't watch it, go ahead, check it out. It's in the playlist. But anyhow, you can go check out our team. I'm not going to go much into depth, and we're just going to go ahead into Atlanta's. First up, he got Mega Scizor, his Mega, really bulky and really scary with that Swords Dance. Kieran Black, which is just a major threat overall, always a hard Pokemon to counter against, especially Mamoswine, which is the next Pokemon. Of course, you got to get the two, the two most threatening ice types on the freaking meta, but who cares? He got Sylveon and Vaporeon, two really bulky evolutions. The difference between Sylveon and Vaporeon would have to be Pixelate on Sylveon and just the typing in general. Cress, who is actually been a really big pain for me to prep for. Gengar, really fast, a lot of coverage moves, good revenge killer. We got Terrakion, really fast at base 108, can get up rocks, can be a sash lead, can be set up, can be like double dance with rock polish and swords dance. And yeah, we got a little Dedenne who decided to join the team. Sneasel, really good ice shard user, base 115 speed, nothing to sleep on, even though it is the pre-evolution of Weavile. Rotom Heat, really threatening to my team. If you compare Rotom Heat to my team, you can definitely see that he will bring it. If he doesn't, then that's just a really big mistake on his part, as it does put a lot of pressure on my team with electric and fire. So that does really tempt me to bring rocks this week, as I will later, as you see the team builder. And last but not least, he got Rose Raid, really good spikes and toxic spike user, base good speed of 95 or 90, I believe. Just an overall good grass poison type. Gets natural cure, so you can remember that rest natural cure, offensive with life orb with Giga Drain or Sludge Bomb. But other than that, we're gonna go right into the team builder, as the first set you will see is the heat set, the freaking heat set. This is what we're bringing, and you guys probably didn't expect this, but we got an offensive type Dull, type Null with the Eviolite, of course, because we're frail. Well, not frail, but just added bulk. We got Flame Charge, Facade, Iron Head, and Swords Dance. 8 HP, 252 attack, 236 speed, basically max speed with a lot of attack. Here you can see that we have Flame Charge. Flame Charge boosts our speed, obviously, and that's why I need to run 236 Jolly, as after one Flame Charge I outspeed Terrakion, I believe, if it's not Scarf, by 1 speed point. Sucks that we're going to lose a lot of bulk, but in turn we will be able to hit the Terrakion with that nice Iron Head. The reason why Iron Head is there, Iron Head also 2-KOs Gengar. I'm pretty sure it doesn't 2-KO Gengar, but at +2 it's guaranteed. At +2 it's a guaranteed 2-KO. If I'm burned, then it's guaranteed. If I'm burned, it's guaranteed 2-KO. Flame Charge obviously it's the Scizor, so if I can get type Null on Scizor and somehow outspeed, then I can click that Flame Charge, get that +1 speed, and either force in the Terrakion and such, and then we'll go from there. Basically, this is my setup sweeper. I'm going to try and do this late game. Facade, because when you look at his team, the main Pokemon that I could set up on would mainly be the Rotom Heat, the Vape, and the Cress, all of which have either Scald Burns, Toxic, or Will-O-Wisp, all of which would benefit me in any kind of way. Thunder Wave would be the only one that would suck, but I would definitely love the Burn, as it would contribute to us in terms of hitting hard with Facade, especially if we're at +2 with Stab. And yeah, we already mentioned Iron Head, but this is how we're going to sweep this team late game. Hopefully we can get that opportunity, and when we get that opportunity, we can go ahead, pick up another win. But you never know, But next up, we got Cloud the Thunderous, holding the Rockium Z with the Thunderbolt U-turn Taunt Smackdown. Taunt is for the Cresselia in case it manages to get up a sub and a Calm Mind. I can click Taunt, U-turn out, and get to the appropriate Pokemon to make sure it doesn't sweep my team. U-turn for initiative, as he does have Mamoswine. I really don't feel comfortable running Volt Switch. Thunderbolt for main stab, and you're probably wondering why I'm running Jolly with no investment special attack. Yeah, I'm running Thunderbolt. I'm running Thunderbolt because of mainly the Vaporeon. Even though I'm jolly with Thunderbolt, I still 2 KO if he's not Spadef invested. And either way, I mean, like, Thunderbolt just hits hard. I really don't want to run Thunder Punch or Wild Charge because of recoil on Thunder Punch, just in case I get burned. So it would be rendered useless. And last but not least, we have Smackdown. Smackdown. All right, so like I said, like a few minutes ago, I said that Rotom Heat was going to be a big problem to my team. I'm guaranteed for sure that he's going to bring Rotom Heat. And so to counter that, I found out that Thunders get Smackdown, so I'm going to take advantage of my Z-move user and give it the Rocky MZ. Now, I am max attack just to get as much damage output as possible with Rocky MZ Smackdown. If I can get off this Rocky MZ Smackdown, I take off a huge threat to my team. And yeah, we can go from there, and it'll be an easier time for me in general. It not just it hits Rotom Heat, but it also hits the Kyurem Black for pretty good damage, at least 50% if I recall. So if I can get Kyurem Black on rocks at least twice, I can guarantee kill a Z Smackdown, and that just be great. So I got two good Pokemon, or two major threats that I can hit the Z Smackdown with. He might expect Titanium Z, but we'll see. Oh, bars. But next up, we got Jirachi. Jirachi is going to be a very important part of this team, as it is mainly speedy but also physically defensive. We have Jirachi with the G, and we got the Shucka Berry, Iron Head for main stab, Iron Head for main stab, Toxic to hit stuff like Sylveon, Vape to force the Heal Bell, Toxic for Cresselia, and Toxic to maybe predict the Rotom switch in. And we also have Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks is very important, as I'm gonna need rocks for that Kyurem Black. I'm gonna need rocks to break potential sashes on like either Gengar, Mamoswine, or Terrakion. I'm gonna need rocks to hit the Rotom Heat. Like I said, was a problem. Possibly Sneasel. Hit that Scizor that forced it to roost and stuff like that. That's why this Jirachi is gonna be really, really important. I have enough speed. I forgot what I have enough speed for. But I have that many speed. I just forgot what it was for, but I have almost max HP with mainly physical defense. This helps me take a better hit from a ground type move, either from Terrakion, Mamoswine, or Kyurem Black, all of which get either Earth Power or Earthquake. I can eat up an Earth Power and Earthquake, click Iron Head, get a loads amount of damage off, or either just go for Wish or Tough Stealth Rocks. Either one of my choosing depending on the situation. But like I said, Jirachi is going to be really important in this match, as like I said, it is my rocks user, so like that's the main thing. Next up, we got Kyurem, Absolute the Kyurem holding the leftovers. We got D-Pulse Roost, substitute HP Fire, 192 HP with max speed, the speed tie with Kyurem Black, because you know we may run a speed tie and we might win. I have enough EVs on special attack to make sure that I kill Kyurem Black with Dragon Pulse after rocks. Like I said, rocks are very important. Roost for recovery and substitute on stuff like Vaporeon and Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat if it goes for Overheat or Volt Switch or Thunderbolt. Overheat's still gonna hurt, but I wouldn't imagine he would stay in, or he would want to. I can also sub up on the Cresselia, but that wouldn't be ideal, as he can also just sub Moonlight, Calm Mind, spam me. But other than that, Dragon Ball's HP Fire for the prediction of Scizor coming in, get loads of damage off, and just get that thing out of the way, so my team doesn't have to struggle with that. If he doesn't bring a Mega Scizor, I can always run HP Fire, I guess for Sneasel or Roserade, but that's what it's mainly for. It's really specific, but it can really be helpful in the situation. Next, we got Squad, the Greninja holding the Assault Vest, Dark Pulse, Surf, U-Turn, and Water Shuriken, 88 HP, max special attack, 160 speed to outspeed Gengar, which is his fastest Pokemon. As you can see, we're running the Assault Vest. I wanted to bring Assault Vest because, I thought it would give me like a little bit more bulk in some situations. For example, like maybe Gengar if he has Focus Blast, or Roserade with Giga Drain if it's Scarfed. So I thought Assault Vest would be a really good option. Unfortunately, I'm not running anything like Life Orb or Expert Belt to raise my attack power, but I think this would work out. We have Dark Pulse for main stab, Water Shuriken, and Surf for main stab, and Water Shuriken to pick off things like Terrakion, Gengar, and Mamoswine if it ends up being a problem. For example, if Terrakion is sashed and Mamoswine is sashed. And just U-turn for initiative to predict switches. And last but not least, we have Stainless. We're making his debut. Stainless the Mega Steelix. We got Gyro Ball, Aqua Tail, Fire Fan, EQ. This thing hits everything on his team other than Cresselia and Vaporeon. But actually, I had pretty good on Vaporeon, but I get destroyed by a Scald. But we got max HP, max attack, Brave to make sure that Gyro Ball hits hard as possible. I'm trying to imagine a situation where Steelix can come in on a particular Pokemon and just like give some offensive pressure right away. Hopefully the Steelix doesn't go down too early, and I hope it puts in a lot of work. But other than that, we can go ahead into the match. And as you can see, we have the replay here. You guys already know our team, but on his side, Easy Bake Oven was a good boy. We got Terrakion, Mamoswine, Rotom Heat, Kieran Black, Scizor, and Gengar. Basically all the threats that I have mentioned. Rotom Heat, like I said, was definitely coming. Kieran Black and Mamoswine was definitely a huge threat. HP Fire for that Scizor. Scizor was definitely a huge threat. Like, these are all really big threats. And here I am, just with this really weird team. But in terms of lead, I'm pretty sure I lead with... I forgot what I lead with. But I'm pretty sure I lead with Jirachi, if I'm not mistaken. Do I? I'm actually not sure. We're going to find out in a bit, because I forgot my lead. But let's see, we're going to go ahead into this battle. He leads with Mamoswine, and I lead with Jirachi. Alright, so here's the situation. So I have Jirachi against a Mamoswine. I can either click Iron Head, Stealth Rocks, or possibly Wish, or Wish, Toxic, or something. But I think here he goes for Rocks, and I click Iron Head. Yeah, I do. I click Iron Head. I click Iron Head on the Mamoswine to get really big damage. And seeing that he outspeed me, yeah, that's what it was for. It was just enough speed to outspeed a max speed Mamoswine. And seeing that he outspeed me that turn, I definitely now know that he Scarf with Rocks. So predicting the switch, I'm going to go ahead and click Toxic. Seeing that the Rotom Heat might switch in. This thing is a really huge threat to my team, so I'm happy I got that Toxic prediction. Here I'm going to go into my Rotom switch in and head into my Kyurem. I am taking 25%, but that's totally fine with me as I do have Roost. But here he pulls out the T-Wave out of his, I don't even know, out of his oven. But we do confirm that he is leftovers and not offensive in any way. So I'm going to go ahead. He's going to click Voltage. I didn't think I was going to click Overheat. So here I predict the Scizor and I go for the HP Fire. And luckily enough for me, I don't get parried. And that does a huge chunk of damage. And oh my goodness. And we got our leftovers back. So here, as you can see, he Mega Evolves. I'm going to honestly tell you right now that in this turn, I totally forgot he was Mega. I don't know why I forgot he was Mega. But here is a giant misplay on my part as... Actually, it wasn't really a misplay, more of like a safe play. But here I click HP Fire again. Either he predicts me and clicks U-turn for me to switch out, because, you know, Bullet Punch does a lot, but I'm pretty sure Bullet Punch doesn't kill me. Either he clicks U-turn and predicts my... Either he clicks U-turn and predicts my switch, or he clicks VP and tries to get enough damage off, or just click Roost, just to get as much HP as possible. But here I click HP Fire, and I wish I tricked Dragon Claws, because he goes for U-turn expecting me to switch, probably. That's what I'm assuming, as he goes into Kyurem Black, and I do not get paralyzed. If I went for Dragon Pulse, I would have gotten a huge little damage on this thing. But on the bright side, I do confirm that this thing is not Substitute, as I don't see leftovers. But here I'm going to make a switch, and I'm going to go into my Jirachi, because I don't want my Kyurem to go just yet, but I know Jirachi could take any hit from this Kyurem. I take a hit from, I take a Dragon type move. I have Shucka. I don't think he was going to predict with Earth Power, so I think the Ice Beam or the Dragon type move was pretty likely. So here I go into Jirachi, knowing I can take any hit. He goes for Ice Beam, and he gets the freeze. The absolute worst hacks that could have happened to me. If you watch the team builder, the first half of this video, you would know that I said that Jirachi was a huge asset to this team. Why? Because it's my Rocks user. And seeing that I got hit by that Ice Beam, based on the Ice Beam damage, I know he specs. But just to get frozen like that really irritated me, because now I have to hope I thaw out to get my Rocks up. I really need these Rocks up. Now, granted, I could have clicked Rocks first turn against the Mamoswine. I understand that, and I could have clicked Rocks on the switch into Rotom Heat when I knew he was going to come in. But, you know, you can't predict hacks. You really can't, because I was thinking I would set up Rocks later, because I would think getting a Toxic on that Rotom Heat pretty early was pretty nice. But here, that 10% Ice Beam hack just really got to me. And we're in a really bad position. I know he's spec, so he's going to switch out. I'm going to try and thaw out this turn, I believe, and click Iron Head or Stealth Rocks. But unfortunately, I do not unfreeze. And this is really scary for me because, like I said, these Rocks are really what I need. But here, I'm going to go out into my Greninja, predicting the Overheat. I don't think... I made a really huge... he gets a crit, which really sucks. Now, even though it's a crit and it's resisted, any damage on this thing is really crucial. Mainly because I have no way of getting rid of hazards this week. But that was just crazy. Like, I took a huge risk because he could have clicked Volt Switch. But thankfully enough for us to make the right play. Predicting him to switch out, I'm going to go for U-turn as he does go into his Mega Scizor. So I guess, actually no, I click Surf, so just to scout his set. But here I click Water Shuriken in case he wanted to click BP, and the Mega Scizor does go down thankfully. So that's a kill for Greninja. He does bring in the Gengar, and here, by the way he brought this in, I'm like, alright, this thing is either Choice Scarf, or it's either this thing is Choice Scarf or it's Sashed. If it's Sashed, I don't kill and he kills me off. This Greninja is actually really important as it does decimate his team. Puts a lot of pressure with Water Shuriken and Surf. But anyhow, here I'm gonna switch out and go to my Kyurem. Time for it to sack it off. As he goes for the Energy Ball this turn, I'm like, oh, okay, I actually eat that. I can take 2. So I was like, maybe he's Scarf. So here, trying to see whether or not he's Scarf, I'm gonna stay in and click Roost in case he switches. But no, he pulls out a Sludge Wave, so that confirms to me he's Focus Sash just based on what I've seen. So here I'm in a really bad position because since I didn't get those Rock Sub, this Gengar Sash isn't broken. And I honestly, if I had Rock Sub, I could have gone into Greninja and just Dark Pulse this thing. But here I go into Thundurus, and I'm pretty sure I click U-turn to try and break the potential Sash. But here he goes into Rodent, and I kind of hate this play because if I stayed in with Thunderbolt and I Thunderbolted and then click Rock EMC, that would have been perfect. But here I go into Greninja, and from the ranges that I'm like, alright, I think I can take this out with the Surf comfortably. So here I click Surf, but I didn't calc, I just calc max HP. I didn't calc for max special defensive. So here I click Surf, and he lives barely on 2%, and I lose my Greninja to a Thunderbolt. Really unfortunate because that Greninja was really essential to my... That thing was just really important because Greninja could have Water Shuriken the Mamoswine because of the Iron Head damage. I could have Dark Pulsed the Gengar. I could have killed the I could have hit the Terrakion for big damage. Kyurem Black could have took decent damage from Dark Pulse, and just losing Greninja like that was just so annoying because he lived on 2%. I lost my Greninja, which was really unfortunate. Like, sure, it was my fault that I didn't calc for max special defensive. I should have gone for U-turn and went for the same play, safe play, but you know, I didn't, and that just really sucks. So here I'm in a really bad spot, and I need to do something. Here I'm gonna go into Steelix as he does go into Mamoswine. Now here I was kind of hoping, I was kind of thinking like, alright, maybe I can go into Thundurus. Maybe I can go into Thundurus and predict the Earthquake, but I was really scared of Icicle Crash, so I didn't want to do that. So I stay in, and I just pick this off with the Gyro Ball as he does go for Earthquake. Does a lot of damage, and that's just unfortunate for us as Snailus already takes a huge amount of damage. Though we are 4 up to 3, you know, it's kind of like a 3v3. Terrakion pulls out a Z move, which I totally forgot was a Z move user, and he goes for the all-out pummeling. Kind of expecting the close combat, but yeah, this is a 2v3 basically. I go into my Thundurus, and I go for the U-turn, and he switches into Gengar, so I guess he's really expecting that fighting type move on my Thundurus, which I don't have. So thank God the Sash is broken. So here, at this point, I'm going for game. Here, I'm gonna go into Type Null. You guys already know the set. The Heat set, I'm gonna click Flame Charge, as he does switch into Terrakion. Honestly, if he stayed in with Gengar and I Flame Charge with Swords Dance, that would have been GG. But here, that does nothing. And I already know he's not Scarf. I outspeed by 1 base point. So if I can get an Iron Head flinch, that'd be just simply amazing. Put me in a really great spot for me to win this match. But here, I'm gonna click Iron Head. I do outspeed, and I get a crit, which didn't really matter because it 2 killed anyway. And he pulls out the Rock Polish, which really scared me because seeing that he's not any boosting item, looking at Kaus with my spread and with a max attack Jolly or Adamant, whether Jolly or Adamant, I'm pretty sure Terrakion to Type Null with a close combat has a chance to not kill me and has a chance to kill me. So because I don't have many options at this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and click Iron Head. I don't outspeed anymore. He goes for close combat, and we live barely on 3%. I was so scared, but thankfully enough, Type Dull just was able to pull it in, and we were able to pick this thing off with an Iron Head. So thankful. Thank you. But here he goes into Gengar, and I notice at this point that if I get an Iron Head flinch right here, this is game. I win. Because I should 2-hit KO this Gengar with Iron Head, and if I do, then I get the Iron Head to Kyurem, and then Thunder should be able to come in and click Z Smackdown. So here I go for Iron Head, and it does 47%. I'm like, alright, cool. And luckily enough for us, we do get the flinch. So Type Dull coming in clutch right now, and seeing that it did 47%, I feel so comfortable to just click Iron Head again and pick this thing off. But no. This Gengar, since it's already dead, because it's a freaking ghost, it just doesn't want to die twice. Because I literally get the worst roll at the worst time. And, you know, I mean, that's just Pokemon for you, but, like, you know, it was really unfortunate. When I saw that, I was like, please get another flinch. and I don't, and he kills me off with the Sludge Wave. And just based on where I am, this is a really bad position. I go into Thunderous, and I'm pretty sure I click T-Bolt, as he does switch into the Kieran Black. And yeah, this is just a... Oh, no, I go for U-turn and I get a crit. Because... Oh yeah, I was going to U-turn the Gengar and it was going to die anyway. So here, hoping that Jirachi gives me that chance. Hopefully, Jirachi... This is the turn. I need Jirachi to thaw. Because I live 1 Earth Power from Shuka. And if I thaw out this turn... I Iron Head, and I get enough damage on Kyurem to the point where Thunderous can come in, click Smackdown, regular Smackdown, pick this Kyurem off, and then also pick up Gengar. So this is a really, really important turn of the match. So here, I click Iron Head, and right here, I outspeed, and I get frozen, and I'm like, oh my god, don't tell me. And seeing that I outsped, I do live the Earth Power Shuka, and seeing that I outsped with that turn, I was thinking, oh, please, Jirachi, I need another chance. So here I click Iron Head again, and he outspeeds me this turn. So it was a complete speed tie, and it's just apparent that the turn I win, I lose, or I lose the speed tie. So really, it's all up to Thunderous. And at this point, you're gonna see the biggest screw up of my life. Like, if you were paying attention to when I was talking about Kyurem, I confirmed that it was Specs. He just clicked Earth Power, right? He just clicked Earth Power and killed my Jirachi. So because of that, he would have to switch out, right? Right. So I shouldn't burn my Z move just yet, because I know he's switching out. Right? Right? He switches out, so I should be able to click T. No! I'm so stupid. I click Z Continental Crush on a 1% Gengar because I forgot Kyurem Black was Specs. And because of that, we're gonna lose 1-0 to the Atlanta Shocks. And it didn't matter because Z Smackdown, well, it didn't matter, but here you'll see our Thunderous drops, and we unfortunately lose 1-0 to Kyurem Black. And that was just very, very sad for me. And actually, to be honest, this is actually the first real loss I've had in a while. First real loss I've had in a while, as I haven't lost a game yet, other than, unless you want to count the Memphis Mawwows. I haven't lost a game yet. Not even in my other league as of this recording. So, you know, to suffer a loss like that on that point, just to say like how I lost, it was frustrating, but you know, it was also my fault. After all that, I would say, after all that hacks, like I wouldn't say like it wasn't just hacks on me, because I hacked him a bit too, because you know there were a couple crits in there, and then I flinched him with the Gengar and such. So, you know, either way, I mean, the Kyurem, I mean, oh my god, like, I'm telling you, like, that's why I said in the team builder, Jirachi was very essential, because, one, if I gotten Rocks up, Rotom Heat wouldn't have lived that Surf, Kyurem Black would have been at a much lower position than it is now, most likely, and Gengar Sash wouldn't have been existent, and Greninja could have just put in a lot of pressure. But because of not me having Rocks, and because Jirachi got frozen, I wasn't able to get up Rocks and do what I just said. Though after all that, there was the chances of me winning, like the Iron Head flinch. If I hadn't gotten a low roll on that second Iron Head on Gengar, that would have been game. Or if I, but other than hacks and such, the main screw up for me, I don't think I made any bad misplays. I just think the main thing for me that cost me that game was, like, other than hacks, because I really want to say that Freeze screwed me over, and you gotta agree, like, come on, you gotta think like, oh, if I had Rocks up, it would have been a different game. But seeing that I didn't have that in that scenario, the main screw up for me would have to be when I went for Z Continental Crush on Gengar, because after going through all that hacks and all the emotion and the wild rides, I wasn't really thinking at the time, and I really regret it, because I screwed up, and this game actually could have been mine. But the thing is that the ideal thing for me to do on the turn was click Thunderbolt, kill Gengar, because I know he specs. He brings him back Kyurem Black, and that would be the game. I wouldn't say I guaranteed one, because from the range he was at, Z Smackdown did like 50 to 60%. So he was like at 55%, I believe. So basically it was kind of like a 50-50 roll on whether or not I killed or not. But other than that, that was my main chance of winning at that point. I just completely lost it when he switched into Gengar, and that was just a really unfortunate turn of events. Cause like for real, I could stand here and say I could literally sit here and say how rocks would have impacted the match if I wasn't frozen, but you know, or like if Jirachi thawed out on that turn when I needed it most. But you know, I'm kind of salty, but you know, it doesn't matter. I mean, this is the game we play. Like everyone says, it's Pokemon, and like I always said, you know, you can only improve from here on out. Yeah, and like you can only improve from here on out. You're not always gonna. Not everyone wins everything. There's not one Pokemon trainer in the world that wins every match. There's just not. You're gonna lose eventually. So that's what I like to go through my mind, just to like, you know, simmer down the salt in my emotions. But other than that, if you're up to this point, GG, Bob. I hope you know that. You know, unfortunate, but you know, it's the game we play, like I said. But you know, check out Bob's channel. I'm pretty sure he has one. Yep, I'll put his link in the description. Go definitely check out his content. He's in several leagues, I think. But other than that, if you're up to this point, thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more league content to come. And I will see you guys next time.